So now we're in Isaiah 42. Remember, he's declaring we're going to have a Savior come, and his very first words in 42 is, now he's going to discuss who this servant is, not by name, but you're going to see. Behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect. I find that very interesting because he calls us the elect too. Okay? Now, I know that this is prophesying Jesus coming, but he could be talking to you. Behold my servant. Are you a servant of his? Whom I uphold, mine elect. I elected you. Okay? Now I want you to just remember who you are, church. Now, in whom my soul delighteth, I have put my spirit upon him. Of course, he's talking about Jesus. He could be talking about you. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. And there's so many scriptures in the New Testament that discusses this. They're in Philippians, they're in Matthew, and the Ephesians, John, because the word always bears witness to itself. He shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. He never, ever murmured or complained. He never, ever said, look at me. He never did any of those things. He just did what he was supposed to do with a right spirit. A bruised reed shall he not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. He is going to rule correctly. If you're broken, he's going to meet you. But at the same time, if you're in the judgment of God, he's going to let you be. He's going to let you be. He should not fail nor be discouraged till he hath set judgment in the earth, and idols shall wait for his law. The word idols has always been an interesting, curious thing to me. I looked it up many times, and there's so many ways you can look at this. But for some reason, every time I read it, from my whole born-again experience, I have always wondered if that was us. Because the reason being is because it means a far-off place. It doesn't mean just the islands that were around out in the sea there, though it could possibly be those in the Mediterranean. But really, I always wondered if it was us. I wonder if it was those ones that he says, I have flocks you don't know of. You know, I wondered if it was that. So, keeping that in mind, verse 5. Thus saith God the Lord, he that created the heavens and stretched them out, he that spread forth the earth, and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath unto the people upon it, and spirit to them that walk therein. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and would hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for covenant of the people, for the light of the Gentiles. And of course, the Lord has done that and is doing that. But we too can be that. We can be a light unto the Gentile nations. All that really means is, all you people sitting in this room, you represent a nation somewhere. You do. You represent a nation. You also represent a falling being somewhere, an imposter father that you decided to turn your back against and go with the one true God. Now, this is what he's going to do: to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. Now, I don't know if you were here Friday night or not, but we talked a little bit, I did anyway, about singing and the language of heaven. And so praise is an important part of the environment and actually the way we actually articulate our feelings towards God is through praise. That's how he wants it. Now, I want to remind you of this. For his pleasure, you were created. Okay? Not for anybody else's. That's why he is a jealous God, and he doesn't want to share you with devils.